guys, Joe Chipperfield here, Joe Chips Guitar Tips, and today we're looking at Creedence Clearwater Revival and how they use D standard tuning as one of the two guitars in their early recordings, and that's how they get there. We'll be looking at how they get that extra rumble in their sound and the big strong, what's effectively two different voicings of chords. So the tuning then, I keep this Les Paul in, is D, G, C, F instead of your G. That is not a B flat, that's an A. So the B goes all the way down to an A, and your top string is another D as well. So a whole step down or a whole tone lower than standard tuning. And if I use a guitar in standard tuning at the same time as playing this guitar, we'll hear those voicings work together. I'll look at a couple of songs. Let's start with Bad Moon Rising. So I'm not even going to stop the video just so you can hear the total difference working directly together. So this first one is a humbucking guitar that will be playing in standard tuning. Let's dive in, and there's E. I'm going to play the normal intro chords, which are like a bar chord, and then I'll play some open chords as I first learned to play it before realising that they use this extra chord sequence as well. So here goes, I'll pop a little loop on. Locks in over the top. There's a couple of great licks using your pinky finger on the second string and a little hammer on the first fret G as well. I'll show you that just now. So hopefully you can hear those two sounds. The new chords that I'm using, relatively speaking, in this tuning, as you can probably see, are E, B7 and A major. That in what's the new tuning becomes where you would learn them D, A and G, as you would normally hear the song. But those little licks I was playing there, there's a more normal one. I think it's only the second verse that he starts introducing the... And also, sorry about that, that's a weird technique and a habit that I have when I mute my strings. My pinky just plays it. I'm not playing anything on the 4th fret, so don't worry about that fret. It's just me going and muting the strings. Cool. So there's the tuning and pretty much the licks there for Bad Moon Rising, except for the chorus. And in the chorus I'll just stick with this guitar because it's really fun if you play some of those lovely lead bits that occur in the chorus with your top string and the B string. So the chorus being and so on. We have we start with an A, and there's... That's a great way to pop up there. It feels good because it's further up the guitar than it is in standard. That's the 12th and the 9th. That's fun to do a little pull off there. If you pull off the 4th fret and then play the open B string, followed by your 7th and 4th fret there, I'll play that again so you can play along with it. 1, 2, 1, 2, Cool, so that's that song there. I might put on a little distortion and we'll have a little look at Fortunate Son. Fortunate Son, this sounds extra strong. There's a lot of extra weight to be had behind some of these chords. Using this tuning, especially if you're in a band, a covers band, and one of you has a spare guitar that you can pop in D standard, it really stands out a mile. Anyway, I shall get playing. I can't decide whether or not to do a little backing track or just play it for you. Let's just play it for you. So let's pretend the bass and the drums are in. Oh yeah, need the treble pickup on for this one. That's a point actually. For Bad Moon Rising, it's a really lovely clean sound in the middle position. For this song, I've got a little distortion on just from the amp at the moment. And the Les Paul just does it all, just takes the amp and makes it even more rocky. I've only got like the distortion on 2 o'clock on what's my volume setting over here on the amp. But anyway, let's get playing Fortunate Son. So, couple of parts in there already, and the first one, you've got these like major third distances for, that's the 6th and the 5th fret, with this tuning anyway. You can play this in standard tuning, but playing it in this tuning just allows you a couple of extra open strings that just ring out and sound really nice, particularly that lovely what's now an open G when you're playing in what relatively speaking feels like A. So yeah, back to the lick then. We've got 6th fret on the G, and then the 5th fret on the top E string, followed by the same shape but now down 2 frets, so we've got the 4th fret G and the top string E, and then these two I think are my favourite, where you get these hammer-ons as well, which sound really cool from an open string. You just can't beat an open string sometimes as well. But that's both on the 2nd fret, also using the strings G and top E, or 3rd and 1st strings. And then this one sounds really lovely with those ringing strings. Don't worry if you hit a couple of extra open strings, it's all part of the rumble. I'm hammering into the 2nd fret again on the G, and then that's your open top string. So altogether it was... Leave that ringing as long as you can, that last one, before you have a lovely bend on the 3rd fret, 5th string, or the A, and you have your A there. Cool. Oh, you might have also noticed when I was into the verse there, you start with your A, this feel here, and these chords I'm using, there's like an extra 5th in the bass for them. So I've, instead of playing, let's do that clearer, and just using the 5th and 4th strings for what's relatively C and walking our way up to a D there, I'm using the, for a bit of extra grit behind the chords there. So I'm just using my ring finger to pop up to the D string, but the index is taking care of the E and the A string at the same time, and so on. But I'm sure, yeah, you could rewind that if you want to. I'll play it just for luck. That lovely little lick in there, that's all the 4th fret mostly on your G, starting there at the 3rd string, pulling off to the 2nd, and then also the 4th string does something similar there. Oh, I double back to the 3rd string there, so. And of course a bend from the 3rd fret there. Then the final lick to look at then from this is after the 2nd chorus you get this terrific, similar to the intro but it's a little bit more intense, let's say, and you have this just before the 3rd verse. So there you've got almost the Chuck Berry style lick. Now we feel like we're in A and you're taking your G up to the 9th. You've got almost that Chuck Berry kind of a gap for Johnny B. Good. That sort of a sound. The train's on its way. Anyway, there's yeah, you've got the G 3rd string at the 9th fret, and just behind that there's your 8th fret on the B string. You can hit the top E string, and this is what's different about this tuning to if you were in standard playing this lick. You get that lovely D string ringing in the background, and I'm sure you can hear that on the record as well. So that's fret by fret. The bass is taking care of the, but it just adds a bit of fun for us to hear right now. So there we have, yeah, to clarify, 9th fret and 8th fret falling to the 8th and 7th fret, G and B string. That's the furthest we travel, going right down to the 3rd fret and the 4th fret, B and G strings, and then finally sliding to the 5th with your index and then 2nd finger playing the 6th fret. Yeah, okay, cool. And again, you can leave that top string ringing. So here it is just one more time. Hope you've had fun today, guys. Please like and subscribe if you've had good fun there and found something new. Also, it's a bonus. And oh wow, yeah, keep on rocking, guys. And I'm gonna go and listen to lots of Creedence now. Oh, great stuff. Okay, everyone, thanks again. See you on the next video.